ready for the greatest show on earth. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you, Stay Classy. What up, dog? Ooh, yeah.
What up, dawg? My name's Z-Man, this is Andres, this is Jacobs, and this is our very first show. So in this show, we're going to talk about anime, and we're going to talk about video games, and today we're going to be talking about One Punch Man. So we're going to be talking about Season 1, and after that we're going to be talking about Season 2. So first, Saitama, One Punch Man. He's a real funny superhero. Makes us all laugh. He's bald. He defeats monsters with just one punch. So, guys, what do you think about One Punch Man?
It's a great series. It's really good. Yeah,
it's a great series, right?
pretty good series.
Yeah, it's a pretty good series. Like Season 1, how it all started. Like, mostly it talks about his origin.
Yeah, he's a failed businessman.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I remember that.
He's a failed businessman. Really struggles with finding purpose in his life. And one fateful day, he comes across a monster, which rekindles his his childhood dream of being a superhero.
Yeah, it was a giant crab.
Giant crab. Correct.
Huge crab.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
That crab wanted to kill the kid who had like
The butt chin.
The butt chin.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then remember he says, "I want to become a superhero." Like destroy you monsters with just one punch.
Yeah, that was his childhood dream.
Yeah, that was his childhood dream, and somehow I remember his eye was glowing after he defeated the crab.
No, yeah. That whole scene, right, is supposed to signify a change in Saitama, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's that was the beginning of his work as a superhero, and is the beginning of his path to becoming One Punch Man.
Ah. I remember you told me like the crab. He used to be a human.
Yeah. So this whole show is really ridiculous. It's really a parody. It's really a comedy series at its heart. So I mean, you have these really ridiculous characters. One of the first being the crab monster, whom was a human but ate so much crab that he became a crab monster. I think in the very first episode they also introduced this car monster. Villain, and he was so into cars that he became a car monster himself.
A giant car, huh?
Yeah, I mean, which I've talked to you about this, right? About Saitama, how his powers came to be. Right? I know the anime and the manga talk about how he's such a powerful hero, rather, because he did the 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, ran 10 kilometers every day, and he had no air conditioning.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and that's how he went bald. But yeah, I mean, I was talking to you about this earlier about how I feel like the origin of One Punch Man's powers is very similar to the origins of the crab monster and of the truck monster, where they were obsessed with this thing, and because their desires and because their obsession with it was so strong, they then became those things, right? For the crab monster, he became a crab because he loved crabs so much. The truck monster became a truck because he loved trucks so much.
Oh, so basically you're trying to say is that Saitama is a monster.
Yeah, I mean, the manga already goes into to some sort of explanation as to why Saitama has these powers. So I don't know. So you could put a spoiler.
I'm the Prince of all Saiyans, and the Prince does not like spoilers. They make me angry.
But so in the manga, they talk about how Saitama's limiter is broken, and so and they go in like no detail as to what that means, but they say every person's born with a limiter. Saitama no longer has one, and that's where he gets his limitless power from.
That's where the guy from the House of Evolution, he's the one that said that, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Do you guys like One Punch Man in Japanese or like on the show?
Mm-hmm.
You guys like it better in Japanese or in English? I don't know if you guys.
Well, I watched the sub first, so I'm kind of used to watching that.
Okay. But did you see the English one? What did you think about the English one?
I don't remember. I just watched the fight scenes in English.
A lot of people like the Japanese version better, you know?
Well, I mean, I think that makes sense. And I haven't watched the dub, but like, so, you know, yeah, I'm judging something I haven't seen. But I think that makes sense to have like two voices behind Saitama, because there's really two sides to Saitama's character. You have the super cool, right? Hero Saitama, right? Who does all these incredible feats and who defeats everybody in one punch. And then you have the kind of dim-witted, a little bit clueless Saitama, who's just going through everyday life as being very bored and very sorry for lack of a better word, but dumb, right? Yeah. So I mean, as far as the whole sub versus dub thing goes, I haven't seen enough of both to really say which one's better, but it's preference, whatever you like more. I know people who are diehard subs and who are diehard dubs.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
What if this show is just all a dream? What if this is just going on in his head?
That could be true. The author of this series can really pull out anything out of pull anything out in the series, and it'll work because this is just a ridiculous fun series. It doesn't take itself too seriously. It doesn't it doesn't set itself up for a whole lot. It's just a good fun time. It doesn't have to make a whole lot of sense. And so, sure. I mean, they may reveal something about Saitama's origin that has something to do with his incredible strength, or it just might be because he did 100 push-ups a day.
Do you think he has a weakness? Do you guys think he has a weakness?
Overconfidence.
So, like, you think he could be beaten in battle, guys? 'Cause I think he could probably be beaten in battle, Goku. But I think he could. He could.
You opened up a can of worms by bringing Goku into this. But these are two totally different characters.
Yeah.
The series doesn't really, do anything to warrant this question, right?
Well, probably maybe later on. Maybe it's later in season 2. Maybe in season 3. You never know. But right now we are finished with season 1. We're gonna be talking about season 2. What up, Bad Riskies? If you like my videos, give me a like, a share, or a subscribe if you want to see any more of my videos. This is E-Man. Peace!